Welcome back, gamers. We're back with another video, and today I want to do something kind of fun, kind of chill to end the year of 2024. So we'll cap it off with something neat, and that's gonna be a tier list. I've not done one of these for like 7 months. My last one I did, believe it or not, was in like May, and that was like right after I hit 100 subscribers. So we are obviously a little bit past that. Thank you all for getting me to 400 by the end of the year. I really appreciate it. So I kind of thought, you know, why not do another little 400 sub celebration and cap off the new year with a tier list. So we're gonna do victims today, and then we'll see. I might do this as a two-parter and upload family tomorrow. We'll see. So be curious to see where my thoughts have changed from last time. I'll have to go back and watch, but I definitely think it's gonna be probably roughly similar. S tier right off the rip, Connie. You gotta have that Connie. If depending on the map you're on, if there's a cook, you need a Connie. Security pins is the devil. No one escapes hell is the devil. You gotta have Connie to break through. So I think that's a pretty clear-cut choice. Now she obviously has her weaknesses. You know, Leatherface in the basement saying hello to Connie, not great, but you know, she's a powerhouse. You gotta have her around. Leland. Moving on, I think we're gonna place him in I think we're gonna place him in A tier. He's tempting to put into S tier, but you know, depending on how your Leland is built, maybe not the best all around. Obviously, if you're going for that choose fight build and a high prof at the same time, he can be kind of crazy, but I think he's a nice A tier person, not required, but very strong. Moving on, we're gonna have Anna. Anna, I think I want to put, yeah, I think she's better than Leland. I'm gonna stick her in high A for now. We might move her around, we'll see. Anna, very strong character. Obviously one of the best abilities in the game. Really can save your life in many different situations. You know, it's got a decently good recharge. Overall, great stats. She's gonna be a character that's in nearly every game you play. And if someone is really good at victim and they're Anna, you're in for a rough ride. Moving on, Sonny. Oh boy, where do we put this guy? I think we're gonna pick Sonny right here for now in C tier. He got some much needed buffs, and let me tell you, that was a long time coming. Our boy Sonny really needed it, and he's still bottom of the barrel victim. You know, the lore accurate Sonny dying on hook in the intro cutscene, but you know, overall I do think Sonny is still a pretty decent character, especially after the buffs. He's definitely great with getting all the information for the squad. You know, that's an underrated ability, and they give him fast hands, which is huge. You know, if you don't have a Connie and you got a Sonny, you got him. You know, he's a solid replacement, kind of one of the OG stunt double users with Sonny, but you know, he's got a lot that he can do now. He's got a lot of perk variety, so I don't think he's, you know, attribute wise perfect by any means, but I think he fits nicely in here. Julie, I think, oh boy, I think we're gonna have to put her in D tier. I really do. I want to put her a little higher because Julie was one of the first victims I played back when the game came out, just because everyone was taking all the other victims. I was like, you know what, I'm happy with Julie. She's fun. Back then, you know, before the choose flight nerf, you know, she was pretty crazy. You could run for a really long time with Julie, and you still can. You know, I do think her ability is probably due for a little bit of a buff. Maybe we'll do a video on that sometime in the future, but I think, you know, she has decent ways you can build her out, but overall victim wise, like she's just lacking now. You know, now that Sonny got some of those buffs he needed, I think Julie is pretty on par with him, but just a step below. Danny. So this is interesting. The last time I did the tier list was right after Danny came out, and I think I probably put him in S tier last time. I think he still has to go in S tier. I mean, when you have a Danny and there's no hands, Danny's so strong. I mean, he can guarantee, quote unquote, guarantee an escape for the whole squad. That is just something that no one else can offer. It's very powerful. Obviously, if you do have a hands, then you know that throws a wrench in the Danny's plans, but still the value that Danny can bring, and if you can play around the hands, it's still very strong. And not to mention, you know, even if you get that tamper off, it's still tampered for the rest of the game. So, you know, it's not that it's pointless when there's a hands, but certainly takes him down a step. But still, when there's no hands, he's freaking strong. Virginia, I am also, this might be controversial, I'm also putting her in S tier. Virginia is crazy. This is another Anna type character where if you have a really good victim running with a Virginia, it's almost impossible. I would say it's almost impossible. They'll make your life a living hell, because that powder can blind you like crazy. And you know, the powder is weird. Sometimes you can see through it, sometimes you can't. I don't really understand why that is at times. Might just be a lighting thing, but man, a good Virginia, they live for a long time. Their ability is super useful. You know, no matter how you build your Virginia, you're pretty much always tanky. You're pretty much always high proficiency. You have more or less unlimited heals if you choose to go that route. And yeah, she's very, very strong. Maria up next. I think this also might be controversial. I see a lot of people want to put her down here. I do think though Maria is actually pretty good. I'm gonna stick her in B tier for right now. I do think with Bones coming out and kind of bringing up the blood meta a little bit, I think that Maria's gonna find her place more as we see more and more victims more and more family kind of maybe play into the blood build side of things rather than just straight damage. Maria certainly is useful in many games as well. Even if a family isn't like grinding for level 5, if they go for like a level 1, 2, 3, just get their, you know, exterior alarms, she's still really strong. Getting that knowledge of where the family is, or at least, you know, making it so they don't know where you are, is not to be you know, forgotten. And not to mention, you can sneak by Grandpa, you get that whisper off, and if you want, you get a free stab while you're there. So Maria, very, very strong, but not as strong as these guys. And now we have the newcomer, Wyatt. Still obviously pretty darn new to the game. Not exactly sure how I feel fully about him yet. I think though, for right now, I want to put him up here just for how strong that ability is, but I think I'm actually going to stick him here for now. I think I am. And my reason for that is he is kind of just a similar use type to Leland. I do think he's better because you can have more opportunities and faster usability for the quote unquote barge with his throwing knife. You know, obviously there's a little bit more skill that goes into that than just tapping the button to barge, but the versatility with the throwing knife is ridiculous. You can instantly turn off objectives. And you know, honestly, for that, I think I'm gonna move him above Anna even, just because that level 3 ability is so strong. You can disarm traps, you can break windows with the knives. It's crazy the versatility that he brings. That said, there's still a little bit of inconsistencies with there, and he's not going to be great on every map, but you know, there's a lot of maps where he certainly is going to be very, very good on. So kind of use case like Connie, very strong in certain situations, but yeah, I think that's where we're gonna put it for now. So kind of interesting. Let me know, just for fun, let me go look at my old one. I'm genuinely curious. So just for fun comparison, this is how we had it last time. We had it, wow, okay, so I guess my thought has changed a little bit, but Danny top tier still is. Anna I think has definitely moved down a bit, and then Leland kind of more or less in the same spot. These two flip-flop. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. So I don't know, same lines. I guess I didn't think Connie was that strong back then. You know, obviously if you kill Connie early, that's her big weakness, but if you can use her throughout the game, she's very, very powerful. So yeah, I think that's where we've got our list for now. Not too bad compared to last time, but what do y'all think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Where would you put things differently? Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. And yeah, that's all I've got for now. I'm gonna go ahead and get this uploaded, and we'll probably do the family one tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing the video. Catch y'all later. Bye bye.